Keanu fired all of his bridge workers and signed a new contract with the Bridge Trolls. Will this new arrangement pan out? Let's find out. Lower the gates! Nate, we're back. We're here. We're in the midst of the decisions and the consequences for those decisions. In summary, in order to be a little more specific than what we gave in the intro there, last episode, you had to confront all of your bridge workers who were trying to form a union, and you decided to just fire all of them in defiance of the wishes of Steven, the head bridge troll.
As one does.
So, indeed. And all of those workers basically have their own little union thing now, except they just have no jobs. And they decided that pillaging and functioning as just a band of thieves is probably their best course of action now. So that exists. But Steven went ahead and signed the new contract with you through excellent persuasion work of your own. And so now you have a new contract of 50% profits. 50% of all proceeds go to them from all the tolls that they take.
You sure
but
it was
they
50?
Now have to operate the bridges. Yeah,
That
man,
sounds high.
50%. I went back and listened to it. So
Okay.
the real question is, now that you're paying 50% to them instead of the 30%, like, is this cheaper than if you were just paying the wages to all the workers you have? Probably cheaper overall.
I was paying them 30% plus all of the wages.
Plus the wages.
I don't know.
No benefits, though.
Oh, no benefits. Well, I mean, there's no healthcare
Yeah.
period, so it's like, what kind of benefits do you want?
There's not even a doctor in town. Like, how do you have healthcare if there's not even a medical provider anywhere in sight?
That'd be a good way to just like, oh yeah, sorry, I gotta pull 20% of your check for your healthcare. They're like, oh, for my what?
What? This is me guaranteeing that I will not stab you in your sleep.
Yeah, right. It's your health insurance.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
where
the
we are.
situation we're working with. Let's just for fun, let's do like the blum 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 fast forward, and a week goes by.
I was thinking a year, but week is
A
good.
year.
That's fine. Let's go with a
Well,
week.
okay. Let's split the difference. A month.
That's not splitting the difference, but a month is also
Well,
fine.
Well, I mean, what else is there between a week and a year, man? That's a set unit of time.
Slightly less than 6 months. A quadrennial.
Well, no, it would be like a what's the Latin name for a week? I don't know.
I definitely don't know. What?
I'll look it up, man. For week,
Let's just go with a week. Week's fine.
the Latin name for the week is not specified, but here are the Latin names for the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, no. I see. Okay, no, it actually does have stuff. It says Monday, colon, and then it has other stuff. I was just reading down the list. It's like, okay.
Tuesday.
Anyway, what were we doing? Nate, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about
We decided
where,
it's been a week.
where do you see yourself a week from now? What are you doing?
I think I am trying to rehire some staff for my mansion.
Okay.
That's so boring. Why would I be doing that?
I mean, it's a practical
What is
thing.
this? Why would I do that?
This has been a very practical episode series of RPGs we've been doing.
I'm balancing my checkbook, my ledger.
You do still have Jeff. Jeff, your dumb servant, is still around.
Yeah.
So you can
maybe
deal with him.
I mean, so nothing's happened in the past week.
Well, here's the thing. So there's like a local town newspaper. There's actually several local town newspapers. There's no doctor, but there are newspapers because news is like, that's what people want, especially here in a place like Delta. That's maybe kind of like a crossroads for lots of roads that come together. So it's kind of a happening spot.
It's very profitable for me.
Yeah. There's lots of other nearby towns and settlements and cities. So anyway, there's lots of news to be had.
Okay.
And like the top headlines this last week for all the newspapers is just how there's suddenly this new band of thieves that are just going around just raiding like everything. And it's becoming a real problem. It sounds like they've been starting with kind of the outskirt towns and cities, some of the smaller places, the suburbs, if you will. But they're slowly working their way towards Delta, which is where your mansion resides. So that's something you're aware is going on. Although the bridge trolls, they're doing their thing. They're taking their 50% cut. And some of the more distant bridge trolls have had some run-ins with this union of thieves, the Thieves Guild, if you will. And so they've had to kind of like, punch their meaty fists and tell them to get the heck out of here. There's been some scuffles, but so far no one's gotten really hurt.
Okay, I think logically I need to militarize the trolls.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I dig that.
I think we need a troll militia.
A trollitia.
Nope, just a troll militia.
Just a troll militia? Yeah. All right, okay, yeah, that's fine.
I guess it's more of a private army. That's kind of what a militia is, actually.
So, since you're already paying them 50% of the proceeds, is this going to be, like, are you going to have some sort of specialized task force that you have increased compensation?
I think that they should just view it as job security.
Okay.
We go exterminate this thieving issue, and that's job security for them.
Okay. Well, maybe there's another knock at the door, because all people do is just knock on doors around here. Yep. And on the other side of the door to your little study, let's say you're sitting there, you have a nice quill pen in your hand. You just dipped it into some ink. You're now practicing your calligraphy skills, because what else is there to do in this town?
Nothing
and
else.
Standing there is Jeff. He's like, I'm sorry to disturb you, sir. There's Steven. I now recognize this man, or this troll. Steven, the troll man troll, is here to see you.
I'll come to him.
Okay, yeah, he's at the side door, because he likes... We've had this conversation before.
He likes
the side door.
Yeah.
He really likes the side door.
Thing.
Because the thing is, the front door, is that just kind of a ceremonial thing? Like, is that actually functional? Does anyone actually use the front door? I've never used the front door.
We don't have a front door. It doesn't even open.
Well, I'm so dumb. I've never even tried. Anyway, yeah. What?
Let's just go. Let's just go.
All right. I was sorry to interrupt you. Did you want to say anything?
Jeff, I said let's go.
Maybe about
go.
I haven't been paid this week, so I thought maybe that's what you're doing.
Let's go.
Okay.
We're going.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'm going.
Tomorrow then?
Maybe okay. Next week.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to that. Let's split the difference and say next year. That's not right.
All right.
Okay. All right, and he takes you downstairs. And they're sitting there in the side door foyer. Is it foyer or foyer? How do you say it? Foyer. Is Steven the bridge troll. And he looks up. Says, yeah, Keanu, I hear there's some business you want to discuss about some increased skills and operations that you want the trolls to undertake.
Well, I don't think we need to increase any skills. All the trolls are perfectly skilled, above adequately skilled. So I don't think you're in need of any of that.
I see. So you're saying that this sort of position would definitely not be entry level on the pay scale, since we already have the skills and experience needed.
Well, here's the thing. You guys have had a few scuffles. Is that right?
Yeah, it was more of a kerfuffle than a scuffle, but we don't have to split hairs about this.
But that's happened. Okay, so
sure,
right. In my opinion, you need to nip this sort of thing in the bud, because if you don't, it gets worse, and eventually, potentially, becomes overwhelming. And so the way I see it is that, we're independent of one another. Yes, we have our contract, and I think we're both very happy with that. And I just see it as your survival and as my survival and as the survival of our business arrangement. I think it's in both parties' best interests to, exterminate the issue here. And so I think we should should get on that and take care of that issue before, because if we centralize our power, if we take them out, then we don't have to worry about all this. We're dealing with them on the skirts of the bridges, and we're prolonging it for years. It's like it's kind of just like drop a nuke. You know what I mean? Instead of just like shooting at each other from the trenches for years on end.
So this isn't really like a permanent setup. You just sort of want a temporary task force to just literally just kill all these folks who are doing things.
Well, it doesn't sound as nice when you say it that way, but if that's what you heard, I'm not really disagreeing with you. So
is there going to be hazard pay involved, since this literally involves like going to war?
Do you feel like, listen, what's been the outcome of the kerfuffles that have already occurred?
Well, like we used to be on sort of pretty good terms with all these workers, because we used to just literally live in the bridges underneath where they'd work. So we'd chat, we'd shoot the breeze quite a lot. So that's sort of kept things at bay for now, but they have been stealing our sweet rolls because they're so small, they're hard to keep track of, and that is been putting it. There's a bit of a damper now on the relationship. You
can't build a friendship on that.
You can't. There's a line that you can get right up to. Like, you can borrow a friend's, like toenail clippers. Like, that's pretty close to the line. But as soon as you take the sweet rolls, that you've gone too far. That's what I'm saying.
That's over the line, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a very clear, defined line. So yeah, let's do it. Okay. Good.
No. So anyway, hazard pay. Like, this is an extra undertaking. Like, we need some monies. We need more, so we can compensate for all the sweet rolls that we'll need to feel better about the damage in this relationship.
How about for every thieving scalp that you bring me, I will buy you a baker's dozen of sweet rolls.
Dang. How much is a baker's dozen? Isn't that 13?
Just ask the nearest baker. I don't know.
That's
we have
kind
one of those, right?
13's an unlucky. Can you just bump it up to 14? Can you do that? A fortnight's worth of sweet rolls.
You drive a hard bargain, Stephen, but I will submit to you on this point. I'll do 14.
You know what? I'm not even going to make you roll for that. Like, 14 sweet rolls per dead thief. Like, that's a pretty good deal to these trolls. So, Stephen.
All right.
I'm as the narrator. I don't know why I'm using Stephen's voice, but Stephen's going to put it. He's going to put his meaty fist there, his meaty hand.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, put it there. Shake on it. Let's make it official. Pinky promise. Come on. Give me something. High five.
Is it? Are we having like a really awkward where I'm not really sure what he's trying to? I thought it was like a kind of one of these grab and like do a back slap, and he was doing the handshake, and so I kind of pulled back and went for the fist bump, but then he was doing the elbow thing for some reason, and it was a whole thing.
And then he tried like swapping, because he said the one thing he was going to do, but then he did something else. So that just kind of threw you off. Yeah, you're in this weird cycle now. Okay.
So let's just stop it. Yeah.
Okay. He's just going to nod and call that good, because a troll's nod is like, you can take that to the bank, you can cash it, and you can come away with like 10% extra of whatever you had in there. It's like, it's a great interest rate.
All right, so Stephen, we need a plan. All right, do you have any idea where these attacks have been? What the origin is? Where they've been coming from? Any kind of base, hideout, whatever.
Well, they seem. I mean, they kind of they band together and they roam. You know how those roaming bands tend to work, and them thieves guild types. And here's the thing: they're really sneaky. I don't know how they got so sneaky so quick. Like, they've only been doing this for a week. So I don't know if they're if they have like boats or something, so they can just like cross the rivers without the needs of the bridges. They can like do their thing. That's definitely a possibility. We're big enough where we can just sort of jump over the river.
Maybe we need... So really what we need then is we need to capture one of them. I'm thinking maybe a sweet roll trap of some kind. Maybe like the mother load of sweet rolls.
Yeah, we're going to have to be careful, though, because... Let's be honest. I'm a pretty clever troll, which is why I am the head troll. But we're going to have to make sure the rest of our boys don't, accidentally fall into the sweet roll trap. But here's the deal. I'll just tell
an actual, tiger trap?
Well,
that's a good idea. We can do that.
You said a sweet roll trap. What are you thinking?
I was thinking, ambush them when they, but we can dig a hole and put some, palm leaves over it if you want.
Okay. I mean, this is more of a temperate climate. It's not really a tropical climate, so we don't actually have palm trees growing around here. I'm not sure where you're from. You came from, Keanu, but we have lots of conifers, so we could maybe put down some pine branches. Would that work?
That kind of attitude it's not supporting, Steven. It's
I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Feels very you're working against me.
You know what? How about this? Well, I'll put together a trap. I'll put together a trap, and then we'll just see how it works. Does that sound good?
Oh, we'll see how it works. Okay.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so let's say that a day goes by, and then half of a day goes by. So it's now nighttime the next night. A certain amount of time has gone by. Approximately 18 hours has elapsed at this point. And you have been informed where this trap has been laid. It is near, kind of the outskirts of one of the farther out bridges. And the trolls have summoned you because they're waiting. And they have a pretty good idea. They've seen some movement in the nearby area. Looks like there's some thieves have been kind of operating. And you think that maybe you'll be able to capture one tonight.
I'm going to get my horse and saunter over there.
Yes. All right. Forsyth, the sauntering horse, makes his way out. He's kind of hey, what's up? To all the passersby.
They're like, oh, look at that butt.
Isn't in a cow or pig, butt is it's a specific cut. It's part of the back or something. I don't know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What am I thinking of, man?
It's definitely pig. Is it I want to say flank steak. Flank steak.
Flank steak. Yeah, it's the good stuff. Pork butt is the slightly wedge-shaped portion of the pork shoulder.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, the butt is the shoulder. That's what's going on here. It makes sense if you don't think about it. You just kind of got to take it.
I'm not thinking about it.
All right, that's good. So anyway, all the passersby are looking at Forsyth's shoulders. Do horses have shoulders?
Yeah, they have shoulders.
Okay. It's just not pronounced. I don't know. Anyway. This has just gotten derailed. I'm sorry, man. We need to get this back on track. You arrive at the ambush/trap. And Steven is there with a company of his other little trolls. Just because they're not little. They're just slightly smaller than he is. Because not only is he a smart troll, he is a large troll. Here's the thing. You don't want to get on Steven's bad side. You want to keep it uptight with Steven. I'm looking at my notes, and I spelled Steven's name both ways in different parts.
I've always pictured it with a V.
Yeah, not V sure feels more right. He's not Stefan, the bridge troll.
No.
And
Stephanopoulos.
Here's the thing. I haven't made you do any checks so far, so I'm gonna have.
Yeah, what is this? Is this really an RPG
dumb game
or a
exponential? You need to do a. Crap! What are the skills in this game? Nimble. You need to make a nimble check, Nate.
Am I making the check or is my horse?
Well, you dismounted. Forsyth has sauntered away to kind of just eat some grass.
Go check on the lady steeds.
Yeah, if they're nearby.
18. Oh, this is nimble. Let me check my stat.
Hey, this is a 19. D12 system. What are you doing? You're on a D20 again? Since it's night, we'll make this an easy check. So you need a 4 or higher to succeed.
5.
Okay, all right, perfect. You conceal yourselves in the bushes. The trolls do as well, except they just kind of hang back because they're very large and it's harder for them to hide. So It's a waning gibbous. That is a type of moon, is it not? Waning gibbous is it's a half moon. I don't know if it's getting brighter or darker. But so there's some moonlight.
If it's waning,
but that's why the trolls
getting darker.
Getting darker. Okay. So anyway, that's the moon situation up in here. And you
Very
wait.
important.
Yep. You wait a few hours actually. And as these few hours elapse, you need to roll a smart check.
Rolling a smart check. For smart, I have neither positive nor negative modifiers.
Okay.
10.
All right. Hey, dang. It was going to be a medium, so 7 or higher. Actually, you would have succeeded at a hard even, so good work. You, with your eagle eyes, see in the distance a thief approaching. So, basically all this is you have the chance to do anything else extra if you want, since you see him so far out, or you can just sit here and wait.
I'm going to motion for the stealthiest of the trolls to kind of start skirting the area to try and get behind this guy.
Okay. I realize I forgot to even describe what the trap is. The trolls literally just put a plate on the ground with like a stack of sweet rolls on it.
See, that's what I was thinking. I don't know why they used a plate, but...
Well, I mean, it's like they don't want it to get dirty.
That makes it seem really obvious.
It kind of does in a cartoonish sense. Hey, these trolls aren't very smart. We established that, right? Steven is, but he didn't himself organize this.
Steven was in charge of the trap.
Yeah, well, he did the best that he could, all right? And he just he's a dainty troll, and he could just not get over the fact that these sweet rolls might go to waste if they just like sit right on the ground. Get all dirty.
The ants, man.
Yucky. Because, here's the thing. You can't wash off a sweet roll if it gets dirty. Like, you ruin it. It's no good anymore.
Yeah, you just gotta, cut off the bottom layer with a bread knife.
Yeah, but then you're losing, like, a quarter of your sweet roll, and no one wants that.
Quarter? Come on, man. You gotta get those fine motor skills. Just shave off that
the trolls have big fingers, so it's kind of hard for them to even manage it. Yeah. Why they even care if it gets a little bit dirty is, like, beyond me, but that's what happens in the world of Delta. Let's
not make assumptions about troll hygiene.
Yeah, true. Well, at least for Steven, because again, he's a dainty troll. But anyway, besides all this, there's a plate with some sweet rolls on the ground, and you have summoned the smallest, sneakiest troll to come up. His name is Vincent. Vincent, the sneaky troll. Vincent with a V, not a PH.
No, I wasn't. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Vincent. And
that's better, actually. Can we change it? I'd like
Vincent?
to change it, please.
Yeah, he's Vincent. Well, it's still pronounced Vincent, but it's with a PH.
That's fine.
Does that work for you? Okay, perfect.
That's good enough.
So Vincent slowly circles around in a wide arc so that he kind of stays out of the open area with the moonlight, and he manages to get behind the thief. So the thief is now approaching the plate of sweet rolls. You and all the other trolls are on one side, and Vincent with a PH is on the other side. And want to do anything else, or just let it happen?
I'll let it happen now. See what happens. Leave it up to the chaos of the universe.
Okay, perfect. The thief approaches the plate, and right before he touches a sweet roll, because the sweet rolls are so precious to the trolls, Vincent just tackles him. He just rams him to the ground, and grabs him by the throat and lifts him up in the air. And the thief is flailing, and he's trying to get a dagger out, but he can't really, because the trolls, even this being a small troll, his fist is so large that holding him by the neck is actually just kind of pinning the guy's shoulders down too, so he just has no range of motion. And you have now captured a thief. And Vincent looks to you, he's like,
should we do with him now, sir?
I'm just gonna nod to Steven like it's interrogation time, baby.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, actually, Steven, I've always wanted to try good cop, bad cop, man. You want to try it?
Well, yes. What do I get to be? Do I get to be bad cop or good cop? How do you want to do this?
What do you prefer? Which one appeals to your nature more?
Let me roll a D2 real quick.
All right,
because I always keep a D2 handy, just in case.
Just a coin.
No, it's a D2, Nate. All right. It looks like it's a 1, so I guess I'll be good cop.
Okay.
You good with bad cop? That work for you?
I'm good. I'm bad. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So he steps up to Vincent, who is now holding this thief. And he says, Hey, Vincent, come on. We can, like, this guy is not going anywhere. Am I right, pal? You're not going anywhere. Like, we just want to have an honest conversation about the things that have been troubling us lately. And Vincent kind of like slowly lets go of the guy and lets him drop to the ground. But he kind of takes like a boxing out basketball stance, like just in case the guy tries to run away, so he can just like smack him to the ground. And it looks like the guy knows that he's in a predicament, so he's going to stay there.
Mm-hmm. So, Vincent. No, not Vincent. Let's start interrogating Vincent at a sudden turn of the tables.
Vincent looks up like, yeah, what'd I do?
No. All right. Next to Vincent. Trash.
Okay.
What's your name?
Flinson?
Flint, I can't. Steven, you want to take this one? Because I'm just going to throttle him if I even have to look at him. Just.
Oh yeah, I got this. Hey, all right, Flinson. Here's the deal. So, we need to locate the rest of your friends because they've been giving us a bit of a hard time. They've been stealing our sweet rolls, and we know it's you because, look, we put a plate of sweet rolls on the ground. We saw you come for. I know they're delicious. I know they're irresistible. So we get it. It's just we gotta work this out. We gotta figure it out. So we just need to have a conversation with the rest of your clan, your little guild, as you call it. It's a nice guild. Let me be honest. Like, if I were a human, I would want to join this guild. It sounds like you guys have some great benefits. You have like a free lunch for all employees on Saturdays. I think that's pretty neat, helping people out when they have to do overtime. That's a great thing. So, can you just let us know where they are? And Flinson kind of looks to the troll, and then he kind of like looks to you, just because since you're not a troll, you potentially seem less frightening. But then he looks
trolly.
back. Yeah, less trolly. He looks back to Steven, though, because Steven's been so nice. He's like, okay, sure. Let me draw it on your map for you, where they are, adventurer. That's what always happens in RPG, man. They're like, yes, you're looking for this? Let me draw it on your map. And then they never draw anything. You just get a new compass bearing. It's really dumb. So anyway, this actually happens. Like, Steven produces a map, and the guy draws on the map to show you where this band of thieves is. Where the band of thieves is. Yeah.
That's really nice, Flinson. We really appreciate that. But how in the heck do we know that that's actually where your friends are?
Oh, all right. Roll persuasive? Roll a persuasive check. This is easy, though. So.
Easy persuasive check. My modifier is -2. So I rolled a 5, so 3.
Flinson looks up at you defiantly, because he was having a good time with Steven, and now that you're kind of poking your nose in here, he's like, he just started like marking something on the map, but he lifts his pencil up. It's a little bit too late. He's like, I don't know. How do you know that I'm telling the truth or not? And he kind of starts moving his pen to a different part of the map.
Hey, listen here, rat snot. I understand you came here because you probably have a wife, you probably have kids, a family. You needed some sweet rolls because you're broke. I get it. Sucks to be you. I don't really care. My end goal for tonight is to kill you, okay? So, if you don't want to die, the only way you don't die is if we end up finding your friends tonight. And if we don't, you die.
All right, okay. Make another easy persuasive check.
Yeah, well, I don't trust myself, so I'm going to spend an XP. Oh, I can't. It's already on easy.
Nice try.
Bro, I rolled a 2. Oh my goodness.
All right. Flinson looks up at you, more defiance burning in his eyes. And he opens his mouth, and you can tell that he's about to like start cussing you out, basically.
All right. I'm going to stab him in the hand. I'm pulling my dirk out. I'm just going to stab him in the hand. Okay. Not his drawing hand, because we need that, but his non-dominant hand.
Okay. Well, roll deadly, but easy.
Okay. Deadly's a +2, so I can't really be screwed. Oh, bro.
What'd you get?
It's a nat 1.
I tell you what I'm gonna do for this situation, Nate. You you go to stab him in the hand because that is your intention, is to not really harm him that much, and you end up shanking him like right in the gut. What you did. The guy's like, no!
Where's our medic troll? Where's our medic troll? We gotta keep this guy alive.
Hey, we established there is no healthcare system in this place. There's no doctor.
Put some pressure. I'm gonna put some pressure. After I pull the knife out, I'm gonna put some pressure.
And Steven's right up there. He's like, Flinton, oh, I'm so sorry. Here, it's gonna be okay, buddy. Look at me. Just keep your eyes open. All right, okay. It's gonna be okay. Now, is this actually where the guys are supposed to be? And Flinton just like writhing in pain and agony. He's like, oh, yes, that's where they're at.
Wait. I'm gonna twist the knife to make sure he's telling the truth.
All right.
You gotta be sure, man. He'll say anything right now.
Yeah, okay. Do another persuasive, easy check, but I'll give you advantage on this. You can roll twice.
The first one's an 11, finally. So.
Okay. All right. You twist the knife, and he makes some very agonized sounds. I'm not going to do because I'm going to keep spiking my audio. It's going to make Audacity mess up. And the guy's like, yes, yeah, you can trust me. That's where it is. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I sure wish we had a better healthcare system in this town. Am I right?
Yeah, well, you forfeited your benefits when you quit my employ.
Oh, what benefits? There's no doctor in this town. That's my point.
Yeah, well, anyways, somebody, do we have a gravedigger troll?
Steven's actually, he pulls out, Steven's actually carrying an IFAK, an infantry first aid kit, on his person. And he starts
What is that, like an EpiPen?
No, dude, there's no EpiPens in this universe. What are you talking about? That's silly.
Yeah, my
this
bad. Just IFAKs.
Okay. Yeah, just an IFAK. Yeah, he puts some clotting powder on there. He has a tourniquet that he doesn't put on the guy because you don't put a tourniquet on a gut wound. But anyway, yeah, they get this guy patched up and they kind of send him on his way. You're not sure if he's going to make it or not because, let's be honest, like, there's all sorts of bacteria and stuff in this world.
I never wash my knife.
Yeah, infections. Yeah, it's probably not going to be good. Speaking of which, do you clean off your knife after this point? Or are you just going to like let it be sticky?
I'm not sure why I'm locking up on this question. I'm just going to sheath that bad boy.
Roll a decision-making skills check now. No. All right, cool.
I'm rolling a D20. I got a nat 20.
Seriously?
Yeah, I actually did.
Okay, I mean, that means nothing, but that was pretty cool. Here's the deal:
we
got to wrap up this episode so we can get out of this system and do something more interesting and fun.
Only top tier content we're making here for you. Are we trying to hurry up and finish it so we can do something else? Absolutely.
We're being transparent. We're being honest with the people so they know what's going on.
All right, well, let's go have our final showdown or whatever's going to happen with
all right,
the ex-bridge people.
Well, you have the place now conveniently marked, not on your map, but on Steven's map. So maybe you'll just take some notes. You'll copy it over so you have the same info. And Steven is going to assemble all of the bridge trolls. I'm assuming that you have like just a large sack of sweet rolls slung over your back to incentivize all the trolls to do their thing.
Well, now that you mention it, I definitely do. Yeah.
Okay. We'll say that you dipped into the coffers of your estate, and you specifically had like 200 sweet rolls. No. Okay,
Here's what happened.
What's going down?
My chief baker, I had to make a bunch of sweet rolls, but
okay,
to cut costs, I had him skimp on the ingredients.
That's how you do it right there. That's how you do it.
But they still look like sweet rolls. So
I don't know what to do with that. We could totally make a check happen. But as long as they look like sweet rolls, you can deal with the aftermath if the trolls don't end up liking the sweet rolls. We can deal with that later. For now, you now have a band of trolls that you're leading through the darkness. Nate, make a nimble check, but with disadvantage because you're leading an army of trolls. This is for stealth.
Nimble is +1.
Yeah.
I've got a
medium
9
difficulty.
and a 12.
Dang, son. Okay. Well, yeah, you do just fine. These trolls, I guess, have been practicing like the night before, like trying to be sneaky. You know, they'll like.
I'm imagining them like having a training ground, just like going around on their tiptoes around sweet rolls.
Well, there's like lots of sticks everywhere and leaves, so they're doing their best
like
to like
NFL
not
training
step on the
day.
twig. Yeah. So they're doing their best. Okay. So they all leveled up their nimble skills by like +4 just overnight. Because these are some dedicated trolls.
Well, that seems unfair. But
yeah. Well, you know, they're trolls. They get special abilities.
Why didn't I get +4 to my roll?
Hey, wait, you failed twice earlier, right? So you should have
XP?
You should have 2 XP added that you can use, homie.
Hey,
what?
I gotta start using this.
Yeah.
It doesn't carry over to the next system, does it?
No, but we forgot to actually level you up at the beginning of this session. Did you want to
I
use
only had 2 to
any of your
spend,
XP?
so
Oh, okay.
it's all right.
Well, tell you what, since this is like before the final battle, you can spend any XP you want right now.
All right. I'm going to...
It's 2 to increase an attribute.
Okay. I'll spend 2 to increase persuasive, because you never know how this battle's going.
All right. Up to -1.
I'll save those other 2 for a rainy day.
Okay, that's a good plan. Okay, so you approach, and as you are maneuvering through the darkness, nimbly dodging twigs and leaves and all manner of like, there's even like some raccoons that don't even see you guys coming. Like you kind of surprise the raccoons. It's like you scare the raccoons and they're like, ah, but before the raccoons can like yell in the raccoon voice, like all the trolls kind of like put their hands over their mouth. They're like, shh. That's how
over the raccoons.
Yeah, that's how sneaky you guys are at this. So anyway, you guys see firelight in the distance.
Oh yeah, it's persuasion time, baby.
All this, yeah, you got an army of trolls, and you're going to be like, let's persuade these guys. I mean, I guess that's a good bartering tactic. Like you can back it up. So
no. I'm gonna walk right up to the main fire.
Okay.
Well, before I go, I'm gonna tell Steven to wait for my signal. All right.
Okay. What's the signal going to be?
Don't worry about it. He'll know, right? It's that classic, like, oh, you'll know what it is. I'm not actually gonna tell you.
So you haven't even established with him what the signal is. He's just gonna
no.
He'll kind of wait to see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll say with how well you did at that stealth check, you can saunter right up to the fire. Maybe they even assume that you're just like another one of the thieves. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Now do your thing.
Who's in charge here?
They all leap to their feet as they see you. They're like, that is Keanu, the great overlord that once we have done bridge work for. And that we rebelled against? Yeah, that's right. Now we're doing our own thing. What are you doing here, man? What do you want?
Was my question not clear?
Could you repeat it again? Maybe we forgot what it was.
Who's in charge here?
Oh, that's right. And Charles steps forth. He's like, Keanu, hey, buddy. It's kind of weird seeing you out here. What can we do for you? I see you've got a bag there. Is that a bag of sweet rolls? Is that for us, man?
I'm just gonna take the bag of sweet rolls and just toss it on the ground, like so it spills open and sweet rolls go everywhere.
Okay. In the distance, Steven kind of like perks up a little bit. He's wondering if maybe that's the signal, and he kind of like looks at you, and he doesn't. He's like, "No, it's probably not the signal," and he gets back down. You bribing this army of dudes just with sweet rolls?
Is there any kind of a response to what I've done?
Charles looks down He picks up one of the sweet rolls and he bites into it and he tries it.
No, don't do that. Oh, okay.
This is this is a lot of these sweet rolls, but did you like forget to put salt in this? Like, I know it's one of those overlooked ingredients.
Okay,
but
in the middle of a sentence, I'm just gonna start murdering fools, starting with him.
Okay. All right, make a deadly check, medium difficulty. You starting with him?
He's like, yeah, He's talking about salt and stuff. I'm just gonna go right at him.
All
He's
right.
distracted now.
All right. Medium.
And this is
deadly.
important checks, so I'm lowering the difficulty to what's it at right now?
Medium, so you can lower it to easy.
Yeah, I'm lowering to easy. I got a 10.
All right, man. Okay. You shank Charles just like right in the throat. He doesn't even get to enjoy the rest of his sweet roll. He's like, we are betrayed. Right. And everyone
There's
gets
some
up to their
salt
feet.
For you.
Good line. And Steven takes this to be the signal because he's assuming that that's probably what it was.
He would be incorrect. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, dang it. Well, all the trolls suddenly flood into the camp. And they have like troll warhammers that they fashioned very quickly. Like they took some sticks and some stones that like fit together pretty well. And maybe they have like the troll version of duct tape, and they just kind of like tape it all together. So these are some
that would be
crude
troll
improvised
tape.
Weapons. Troll tape.
I'm glad I didn't have like swords handmade for them.
Since they're so ingenuitive. Is that a word?
That's a word, Cody. Good job.
Ingenious, right? Ingeniusative.
No, you were right the first time.
I was? Okay. We're going with the first one then. And they're going at it. I'm going to roll something for the trolls just to, I guess, see how they're doing.
This one's for the trolls.
Okay. We're going to say that this is, in general, a medium check, but trolls have like a +4 to deadly.
Seems fair. Right, so they have +4 to deadly and nimble. Why am I not a troll?
They got a nat 12, homie. Not that nats mean anything in this game. So yeah, the trolls are just wrecking fools. Let me roll for the fools to see how they're doing. They have like a +1. Well, they got an 8, so they're fighting back decently. Like they're getting some hits too. But these trolls are just like knocking boys left and right. Do you want to make another deadly check to see how you're doing?
I'm gonna actually like test one of those sweet rolls and see if they're really as bad as Charles was saying.
To do that, I'm gonna make you roll a medium
persuasive
nimble check so that you can dodge all the combatants that are flying around.
All right, I do have +1 to nimble. I rolled a 1 though, so.
Okay. You reach down and you pick up a sweet roll, but you immediately get tackled by one of the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's
knife time, baby.
Yeah, it's knife to meet you. All right. I guess roll deadly. We're gonna make this hard because he's got you pinned down. Okay. He tackled you, man. Okay.
I do have +2 to deadly. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here, I'll roll for him to see how he does. Yep, he's cooking, man. He has his own dagger. And he shanks you in the side. It's like you're not feeling good. Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound.
So wait, do I take like damage for that?
Yes, I forget how much health you have. Is it like
4?
3? 4? Okay. He's just using a basic weapon, so you take 1 damage, Nate.
Okay.
All right. You want to fight again? Want to do anything?
Yeah.
So you want to do something?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and force him off of me. Basically, try and get on top of him or whatever.
Okay. Are you doing
pull
more
a jujitsu move on him?
Okay. We'll definitely call this deadly then. Keanu is pretty good with this jujitsu stuff. So maybe we'll make it I don't know. You are bleeding though. You just got shanked in the side.
That's adrenaline, baby. Pure adrenaline.
That's true. All right. We'll make this a medium. 7 or higher.
6 + 2.
Okay, all right, okay. You put him in an arm bar, and then you switch to a triangle chokehold, and that's about the only 2 jujitsu moves that I can remember exist. So you do some other cool stuff. They're also like sort of pointless. You kind of just keep transitioning between like different submission holds. You just messing with him. He's like, man, what are you doing? Stop fighting me like a troll. A troll actually runs by at this point and like hits the guy with his hammer and kills him instantly.
Cool. Yeah.
So,
I'm glad he missed me.
Yeah. Well, the troll, they know you. They know you.
I'm just saying I'm glad he missed me. I'm pulling all sorts of moves in combos, you know?
Well, maybe what happened, this was sort of an alley-oop. So you're like putting the guy in submission holds, and then you kind of like lift him up so his like head is like nice and big, open, clean shot, and a troll just kind of runs by and like smacks him really good.
I don't think that's a jiu-jitsu move, but...
Well,
okay.
it was improvised. You switched into like some Krav Maga stuff is what's going on.
All right. What's the battlefield looking like?
Let's do a little checkup. So the trolls have been winning for sure. Here's another troll roll. Okay, trolls have an 8. The bad boys with a +1 also have an 8. Okay, so it becomes a deadlock for a little bit. The Union folks, the thieves, have definitely lost more men, but they've kind of got their fighting spirit up, so it's a little bit even now. What you want to do?
All right. I'm going to take all the sweet rolls and dump them into the fire in hopes that they're flammable and cause some sort of explosion.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll to do that. I'll just let you do that, and I'll tell you that like nothing happens. The sweet roll, like the battlefield smells really good now. Like it's like, is someone baking something up in here? Maybe everyone kind of like turns to look, and then they immediately go back to fighting.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm going to go around and start, like, stabbing people in, like, the calf that are already engaged, you know, one-on-one with a troll or whatever.
Okay, so you're kind of doing some sneakiness.
Just hamstringing people.
All right. I'm going to make this a nimble check instead of a deadly, since the focus is probably more kind of like sneaking up behind guys. And we'll keep it at a medium, so make a medium nimble check.
That is a 12.
Dang. All right. We'll call this, that will represent like a variety of guys that you go at. So you kind of like run through the fray and you're just like shanking guys in the calves, and they're all falling. And
so I'm single-handedly swinging the battle.
Yeah, basically. I mean, the trolls are keeping them occupied. Like they're keeping the fight up. You're just kind of, you're making
I am a swing state.
You're going around shanking boys.
Hamstringing people.
Nate, what this is going to do for the battle is the Union folks, they used to have a +1 to deadly. They're going to have, collectively as a group, a -1.
Good.
So I'm going to go ahead and make another roll for the trolls. Trolls are rocking 8 + 4, so they're doing a 12. The Union boys, 5 - 1, they're doing 4. Okay, that's a big swing. The swing states are at it. This is looking like a 2024 election, bro, where everything's just turning.
I'm going to try and put the final nail in the coffin here. I'm going to grab the beefiest looking guy that I hamstrung so that he's weak, and I'm going to publicly like execute him so that everyone can see. Just as a morale, like, you know.
Okay, so since you're choosing the beefiest guy,
but he's hurt. The beefiest one that I already stabbed in the leg.
Okay.
I'm not a fool.
All right. So is this going to be like, you're going to try to like grab him and display him for everybody?
Yeah.
And then shank him? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll make this strong then, since you're going to kind of like try to wrestle him a little bit. Since he's been shanked though, we'll keep this at medium difficulty. Because it'd probably be hard if he wasn't hurt. But yeah, medium check. 7 or higher.
And this was a strong?
Yes.
11.
Dang. All right. You grab this boy, and how are you going to execute him? You now have him in an armbar, as well as a triangle chokehold.
Do I have everybody's attention?
I guess
I need everyone's attention.
make a persuasive check, I guess.
Hey, I knew it'd come in handy.
Hey.
5.
Okay. I was gonna say this is a hard, which is a 10 plus. So, what do? You're like, hey, everybody, look at me.
I just kind of like scream ferociously like a wild animal.
Okay. The fighting continues, which means an entire battle sequence is going to elapse again. The trolls are rocking an 8. Everyone else is also rocking an 8. So it's dead even again.
I'm just going to leave. It's like, whatever. Whoever makes it out alive, I'll reemploy.
Okay. All right.
I'm not even going to kill the guy I have. I'm just going to shove him off and just
gonna let him
resheath my dagger and just saunter off on Forsyth.
All right. Make an escape check.
Okay,
What?
yeah. Is it what's the level of difficulty?
So this is nimble. I guess easy since everyone is so occupied in the fight.
All right. It's an 8.
All right, you can just leave if you want to do anything along the way. That's totally cool. Yeah, you can leave.
No, that's it. In fact, I actually kind of like the idea of leaving this as just a state of. Maybe the real truth is that maybe all along I was a plant to come and like destroy the toll bridge economy here. You know, like maybe like, you know, the bigwigs up top wanted to come through and just kind of like rework the whole area. We're moving away from toll bridges, you know? And I was like their operative to come in and just sow discord and just cause so many problems. And so I feel like my mission is successful.
There's like maybe there's another town like down the river where they have a new factory and they're just churning out ferries. So there's like a ferry syndicate. Yeah, and they sent you in.
They're trying to cultivate water power.
Ah, yes. Floating. It's good.
The cool thing I want to do... Wait, first, I still have 1 XP. Can I use that to, like, get a cool hat or something?
Well, what level of cool hat are you thinking? Like, describe it for me.
I'm thinking, like, one of those really... Like a Three Musketeers kind of really wide brim, but it's pinned up on one side, and then you got a huge feather. And it's purple.
So... You want to spend an XP? Are you like buying this? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, like because I don't need any more XP because it doesn't carry over. So I'm just want to like, can I cash it in for a cool hat?
You know what? Yes. I'll say maximum length of the feather is 13 inches, though.
That's good. That's more. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Pretty good. Okay.
As I'm sauntering away, I got my cool hat on. I'm just gonna light up a cigar and just like my work here is done.
As Keanu sauntered away upon Forsyth, his flamboyant steed, the sounds of battle behind him dwindled to a gentle clamor and then to silence. He had accomplished his mission. On orders of Rincent, the head of the ferry syndicate, he had successfully destabilized Delta's bridge economy, opening the door for a new power to reign. Keanu packed up his estate and left town, ready for whatever new mission he would receive from his boss, Rincent. Rincent, repeat. Dear listeners, this whole thing, Nate and I started doing this little, the Dicecast podcast a while ago, and we did like 2, was it just 2 systems? Maybe 3
I think
that we did?
Just 2, yeah.
Just the 2? Okay. Then we got distracted and we resumed focus on our main podcast. But now we're making room for this again. So this whole system was something that I threw together like literally in one evening. So don't expect magnificent quality. But all of this reminded me of a different system that I had made for the continuation of the Dicecast. This system is a Firefly-inspired little mini-game type thing. So it's like a 2-pager RPG. Let's call it that.
2-pager.
Instead of a 1-pager.
Point in all sorts of terms.
Yep. Nate, I am excited to get to that. I think it's going to be a little bit higher quality. Although, like, in-game effort is probably still going to be about as quality as it's been. But it should be a little more structured.
All right, okay.
So, yeah, I'm excited to get to that. That's going to be our next episode. We'll start off Rut and Shiny. Bye.